This is a great movie. You're not going to regret it. I'm Tim Heidecker. Great guests, great conversations, and a few arguments. It's On Cinema at the Cinema. Hi, everybody. My name is Tim Heidecker. I'm the host of On Cinema at the Cinema. It's a show here that we're doing now where we talk about movies and give you reviews and tell you what's coming out next week or this week. I'm joined by my guest, Greg Tarkington.
Hey guys, good to be here for another great episode of On Cinema.
And also to acknowledge, I'm here with my acupuncturist, Dr. San, who's agreed to join me here. I guess I should say he's needs to be here. He's been monitoring me for the past 24 hours, and I guess I just started with what is acupuncture yesterday, and you can see I've got some evidence here in my face of the where they put the needles. And Dr. San, thanks for helping me out. Hopefully you could maybe tell quickly, since we want to get to the movies, but quickly go through what you've been working on with me and how my condition rates in terms of how am I doing and everything.
Well, you have a little bit of when I feel your pulse and I check your tongue, your liver is a little bit overactive, so you have a little bit of liver fire, and so I'm kind of trying to smooth the liver, so it doesn't mess up your digestion, and so you don't.
So in other words, the whole thing is very holistic.
Completely.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's going to be here for the show and probably for next few shows, and hopefully you can get something out of what we do as much as we can get something out of your expertise, knowledge on terms of acupuncture. And our movie todays are I, Frankenstein, which is a 3D movie directed by Stuart Beattie, and cast of Aaron Eckhart, Bill Nighy, and Miranda Otto. And this movie is about Frankenstein's creature finds himself caught in an all-out centuries-old war between two immortal clans. This is Frankenstein, like you've never seen him before. It's a must-see. It's a 5-bagger for me. A movie bag.
Yeah, no, it's a great movie.
Excuse me. 5 bags of popcorn.
Yeah, Frankenstein, well, it's one of the great series up there with Star Wars and Star Trek and the Bond pictures and that sort of thing. I'm a big Frankenstein fan, a Frankenhead, Frankenfreak. I've seen all the Frankenstein movies. I would rank this up there with the best of them. It's nice to see Frankenstein in color, and that's one thing I really liked about this. So many of the old Frankenstein movies are just that, old movies. And they've really turned a corner here with this one. It's in color and it's in 3D. So if you've ever been scared at Frankenstein coming at you, now you're going to be twice as scared. It's a great movie. I would give it 5 bags of popcorn and a couple of those bolts that Frankenstein has in his head.
I enjoy that. And talked about a little bit about the use of medicine now and the way medicine is sort of being mismanaged in people's lives and the irresponsibility that goes through in Western medicine.
Well, so quickly doctors prescribe heavy meds, just to balance out emotions, and they're probably killing the artists of the future.
Really?
Yeah, because you're just kind of going through life in this gray tone.
Yeah.
You're not going to make that movie that you might have made.
Right. Well,
I thought the show is on cinema, not on alternative medicine. We already had Dr. Frankenstein in the Frankenstein movie. Do we really need another Dr. Frankenstein sitting aside you, ruining our show?
Okay. Someone needs here for the stress, right?
Yes.
Release some of that anger. Health comes first, even more important than movies. GimMe Shelter, directed by Ron Krause, Vanessa Hudgens, Rosario Dawson, Brendan Fraser. A teenager sets out to find her Wall Street father and is forced onto the streets in a desperate journey. Still, like a lot of shooting pain now.
It's normal.
It's normal. Based on a true story. I love this movie. I thought this was really interesting how they were able to tell such a complicated story. I thought it was very confusing at many points, and the acting wasn't as good as I usually like, but I do love Brendan Fraser. And it was good to see him back on the silver screen. Thank you, cinema, for bringing us Brendan Fraser back from the grave. Funny, 2 funny scenes, but then the rest of it was a drama.
Well,
4 bags of popcorn for me.
That was a really interesting movie. I don't know if you want me to talk about the movie, or maybe I should talk about medicinal leeches or some other quackery that has nothing to do with the movie at hand. But if somehow you accidentally stumbled upon this show because you're interested in finding out about movies, maybe turn the channel, find something else, because that's not what we do on this show anymore. 5 bags of popcorn.
Well, it's my show, and I can take it in any direction I want. Right now, I'm interested in my acupuncture, which is a very interesting subject. I think people are going to really clang on to that. But I don't want it to just be about that. We talk about movies and reviews, but why not expand and talk about whatever's going on in the world right now? He has to be here anyways. Why not include him? Why not? It would be awkward for me not to.
You can't be away from him for 5 minutes so we can talk about these movies?
Not for 72 hours. He says he needs to be very close so he can monitor my
Well, I've never
pulse.
heard of anything like that before in my life. I mean, you've got Siskel and Ebert. Those guys both had severe medical conditions, and I never saw any doctors by their sides. They reviewed the movies. They kept their personal life
Well, case in
personal,
point. Case in
and
point.
that's
Case
how
in
you-
point. Case in point. If they'd had, maybe they'd be alive today.
That show was on for 30 years. I don't think this one will be.
All right. Well, I don't care what you think about this. All right. If you don't want to come on the show, don't come on the show. Dr. Sand's going to be with us. He's now part of the show. He's a permanent member of the team on Cinema Family. And by the way, don't discount alternative medicine because you get a lot more out of it than just regular typical medicine, which is now a part of Obamacare. And I don't have to even pay insurance with this because I have to pay for it on my own. Because health care is a privilege, it's not a right. And anybody that thinks differently doesn't know what they're talking about. Thanks for watching. You understand that? This guy is going to get me better. And if you don't understand that,
Well,
then I don't want you to...
You didn't even let me give my popcorn rating to GimMe
Turn the lights
Shelter.
back on?
So
Quickly.
5 bags of popcorn for GimMe Shelter and 2 certificates from the American Medical Association debunking Dr. Sam.